To the dismay of many congressional Republicans, Johnson's speakership has not been all that different from McCarthy's. Johnson has continued to approve funding to Ukraine with no end in sight, and also voted in favor of extending FISA, something conservatives in particular have become very opposed to as Americans continue to be increasingly and unconstitutionally surveilled. Last week also saw the passing of the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act, which discreetly included language that would prevent Christians from freely speaking about their faith in its entire truth, which appears to have been the straw that broke the camel's back for Greene. While the motion to vacate vote will be held once again, unlike McCarthy, it is not expected to result in Johnson's ouster for a number of reasons, which makes this more of an unmasking exercise for both parties than anything else, and you could already see the narratives beginning to take shape. A large portion of Republicans who plan to vote for Johnson have stated the motion to vacate could result in a Speaker Hakeem Jeffries. This logic is flawed, however, because any Republican who voted with a Democrat minority to make Jeffries Speaker would be committing career suicide. So those who claim this do so to instill fear as opposed to sharing truth. And they of course know this, yet they still plan to vote based on this theory nonetheless. We know this is the case because congressional Democrats have already blown the lid off this theory. They are well aware that Jeffries has no path to the speakership without a Democrat majority, so they released a statement declaring their support for Johnson to remain as Speaker. Democrats have been very happy with concessions Johnson has made and hope to see more in the future, and likely believe there won't be a more willing Speaker if Johnson is replaced, which makes their unusual support of a Republican Speaker not so surprising. Marjorie Taylor Greene already appears to have accepted this as well, despite her wishes for Johnson to be removed. She has stated she looks forward to Democrats voting in favor of Johnson so that they can explain to their voters why they voted in support of a Republican Speaker, signaling she has already shifted from substance to optics on this issue. Popular and influential conservative voice Steve Bannon is taking a similar approach, as he is focused on the Republicans who support Johnson, saying those who vote to save him will be exposing their true uniparty colors to voters just before November, where they can then be voted out by MAGA voters. All these developments confirm that Johnson's job is pretty much secure, but that does not make this meaningless. This vote will serve as a gauge on where all members of Congress' allegiances lie within the ideologies working within Congress. The Democrats, the old guard Republicans, and the new school and growing MAGA faction of the party, just 6 months before the November election. A passing of the gavel does not appear to be on the horizon this week, but it is still something that is undoubtedly worth monitoring.